Hey guys. So I still have this kind of weird camera set up because my webcam broke and I need to get a new one, but I'm actually wondering if I can get a better one rather than replace this. I mean, honestly, this is a $15 Logitech webcam, and the audio, while not great, is passable when my Blue Yeti craps out. So I've actually been really happy with this webcam. But since it's broken, I might as well fix it anyway. I hope you guys are all doing really well. I am doing better. I have been really low energy for a while. It's been very hard for me to get things done, which is frustrating for me. But it was funny because I was ready to come on this video and kind of give like an update on my channel. And one of the things I was going to say was that I have not been able to get myself to do any. Hi, Kate. I'm going to say hi to everybody in a minute. I have not been able to get any ASMR videos recorded. I mean, I have things to post because I did recordings of all of the Sacred Space workshop meditation. So those are all going to go up, but I know people like to see my face. And a lot of people are not huge fans of these workshops because they're not just ASMR. So I like to do some role plays and things like that, but I just haven't been able to get myself to do them. Other than the tea one, but I actually recorded that a while ago. And I want to do another massage one for July. So I will get that recorded at some point. And I was all ready to say that, but then I recorded a role play right before this. So apparently the slump is broken. So let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Tom. Hi. Let me go up and make sure I get everybody. I know Katie is probably here, even though I can't see her. Hi, Amber. Hi, Robin. Hi. Robin, you are a la plum, I believe. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure you are Robin. And although, Robin, I thought you used to have a picture. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you never did. Hi, Shifting Currents. I don't know who you are, but I'm happy to say hello. Let's see. Oh, hi, Shannon. I know who you are. Yay. Hi, Shannon. See, that's why I always ask, because everybody has such weird. Shannon, I didn't know you were doing ASMR. I don't think. I am excited if you are. Yeah, no, I definitely know you, Shannon. Awesome. I'm excited about that. Hi, Kate. Hi, V. I'm so glad you're skipping out on work. And Kimberly is here. Good. I had you down on my list anyway. And there's Brittany. See, all my folks are here, and I'm so happy you're all here. Hi, Guy. I had you all down for readings anyway. Shannon, you're the only one who, if for some reason you don't want me to do a reading for you at the end of this, let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to do readings for everyone. I'm going to do readings out of the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. So, V, if you have different readings for anything, let me know, because you know I am a novice with this deck. I've been using this deck a lot, though, for clearing. Like to one of the things I like to do before the new moon, which was yesterday, is think of what I need to let go of in order to make room for what I want to bring in. So there's been a lot of things that I needed to let go of. I've also been thinking about that a lot because I want to do a workshop at the end of the summer, and I want to let go. I want to do it on clearing. So I'm already thinking about starting to write that up soon. So I have lots of notes on it. I'm going to start writing it. And just want to read everyone. Oh, I'm so excited that you're going to be making. Yeah, okay. Got it, Robin. Doesn't help if I call you Robin all the time. That's okay. If you guys have noticed, these comments all disappear, I think, once this video is published on YouTube. Let me double check that, but for a while they were. They were all disappearing, so whatever conversation we had in here during the live one, it was only the people who were live who could ever see that, which is kind of nice, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, no, I noticed. I know I know you've got an interview, and I am sending you all of the best wishes. And I am really hoping that that works out for you. And I'm also thinking, so one of the reasons I've been having a hard time making role plays is I have realized that making ASMR videos takes up a lot of my time, and I don't consider these workshops, although they have ASMR in them, I don't consider them part of that. I also don't consider my meditations that, gosh, I've got something itchy in my nose, I'm sorry. I also don't consider my meditations to be, although they are ASMR, they're different from a role play. For me, they are more my calling. The role play, I like doing ASMR videos. They're a lot of fun, and I will always do them, but they're very time consuming. And I realize that if I'm really starting a business, which I would like to, have got 3 books out there now. I've got about 10 CDs. Yes, I am not making much money off of them yet, but I'm hoping. You know, I've got about, because I keep giving the books away as much as Amazon will let me. I'm giving the books away for free on Kindle periodically. So this weekend for my summer solstice special, I'm giving away the Sacred Space book on Kindle, if anybody is interested. And I think it runs from Friday to Sunday. Every weekend I have given a book away free this past month. So there are about 600 or 700 of my books flying around out there, which is really, really exciting to me, more than making money. The benefit of making money would be that I could spend more time working on more books, but the fact that they're out there and people are reading them is really the most important thing to me. But if that's really what calls to me, making these workshops, writing the books, making the CDs, that's really what calls to me in the long term. As much as I love making ASMR role plays, you guys who know me know that I much prefer to make audio only, except I like doing these workshops because then I get to interact with you guys. So the reason that seeing V made me think of this is I end up taking all of my free time and I make role plays and ASMR videos with them. And it means I don't have the time to edit really well because I just don't have very much free time with a job and a 4-year-old. And I realized that I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot because if I'm spending all of this time on making role plays, and maybe this is taboo, I know a lot of people in the ASMR community don't talk about money very much, but I'm just going to be honest because I'm always honest. I make about $30 a month on my ASMR channel from ads, and I will be going on doing this 3 years in August, and that is perfectly fine. Because I know people love the videos and that's why I'm happy to do them. But if I actually someday want to make this a business, there are ASM artists out there that for some reason call to large numbers of people, which is okay that that's not me. But if you want to make any money from ads, call to large numbers of people, huge numbers of people. I mean, I have over 600,000 views, I think now, and I'm still making $30 a month. So, and And I am not poo-pooing $30 a month. It allows me to buy a webcam, to buy a Blue Yeti, although I got mine used on eBay for very, very cheap. But it allows me to at least not lose money on what I'm doing. And that is wonderful because I love making ASMR videos. But if I take all my free time and I just do that, it means I don't have as much time to do workshops, to do books, to make new CDs, to edit things well. So I am just thinking about V, because every time I really need to re-edit the chakra workshop. I don't like the audio. I want to pay V to do it. I really, really, really want to. I may not be able to this round because I'm just don't have enough income right now, but there will be a day when I am able to go to V and hand her my material and say, here, V, I'm paying you for this. Please fix it for me and make it sound beautiful. And one of the reasons I'm thinking about that today, I'm sorry this is a long ramble today. I guess I've missed you guys. and I'm a bit of a recluse, and I work from home, and I talk to a 4-year-old all day. So I apologize if you guys are not interested. I know most of you guys are. The people who are watching later may not be. But I listened to this TED Talk, and if you go on my Facebook page, I uploaded it, and it was just about how we live in a culture, and most corporations are a culture, of trying to make yourself a star and trying to make yourself stand out from other people instead of asking for help and working as a team with other people. That is not what gets you ahead and gets you promoted in our culture. And it's one of the reasons why I'm very, very excited about starting my own business is I can play to other people's strengths and reach out to them. So I do not love writing. I don't mind doing writing a lot, but if I want to do a lot of workshops, the idea of me having to write up curriculum for every one of them means I'm going to do a lot fewer. So I get to go to Kate and I get to say, Kate, you love to write and you write beautifully. Would you help me? And I get to go to people like V and say, V, you love doing audio editing and I hate it. Can you help me? And that's what I would like to do. And that's what I would like to have a business where I can, little by little, all of you in my tribe, and there's a good like 25 of you now that I really am in contact with regularly. And you all have amazing strengths. I know it. And I know what some of them are for some of you, and some of them I don't know them yet because they have not connected with things that we've talked about. But, you know, someday I want Brittany to come do my makeup and hair before a video. And someday, you know, Drew already gives me so many amazing ideas for videos. So little by little, I want to find out what everybody's strengths. Yeah, I know, you can too, Tom. I know that. I know, and I will. I feel bad. I always feel bad asking for help without compensation. I'm trying to get over it. And Tom, I may really call you on that at some point. Maybe sooner rather than later. I may have you help me with chakra. Actually, because I have a mental block about it. You know, I've talked for the last 3 videos about re-editing chakra, and I have not spent a second doing it because I hate it. So yeah. I mean, a lot of you guys have that. So yeah, Tom, I am gonna call you on that. I really am, because it's just wanting to do it all. But again, we're brought up in this culture of individuality where you're not really rewarded for asking for help in our culture very much. So that's kind of a long roundabout version, not talking about what is our topic today very much, but yeah. Oh yeah, Tom, V, you and Tom need to talk. Seriously. You need to friend Tom on Facebook, and you guys need to talk, because Tom has a master's degree now, I believe, in this. So he's a good one to talk to. Let's see. Today we're talking about gratitude. And again, the way I'm kind of doing this workshop is I'm just giving you sort of how these things have worked for me, because the wonderful part of having Kate write these is I'm not too deep in it myself writing it to not be surprised. So because I'm reading what Kate's writing, I'm like, oh yeah, this is how it applies to me, and this is what I've learned from what she's written. And so the thing that I have learned with gratitude is quite a few things. So I've mentioned it before, but if you are the energies all around you, would you give to somebody who is grateful for what they've already been given, or to somebody who is just saying, I want, I want, I want, I want, I want, I want? If you do not believe that the energies or spirit or God or any of those around you control any of that, from a psychological standpoint, are you going to be happier being grateful for what you have? And that does not mean that you don't work towards goals, but is it worth just focusing on your goals to the point where you miss the beauty of the journey along the way, and B, if you don't consider the possibility that what you want is not necessarily what is best for you, and C, if you aren't grateful for the things that you have already been given, if it's always what's the next one, what's the next one, what's the next one. So if you had told me 2 years ago that, within a week, if I had gotten 600,000 views on my videos, I would have been so excited. And I am really excited, but I often have to remind myself that although the 600,000 views came very slowly, it is as awesome and exciting as if it came in a week. So I had to wait. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And then going back to the issue for me, so I have been hoping for this business and hoping for this business and hoping for this business. But I also know, whether it's spirit energies or whatever directing me in the best path for me, or if it's that I don't fully commit myself to things that I'm not sure I completely resonate with. So ASMR videos are a love of mine, but I don't commit as hard to them. And maybe that's why my channel isn't as popular. Maybe people can really feel that. I don't commit as hard to role play, which is just kind of fun to me, as these workshops, the books, and the meditations. Because I think ASMR is wonderful, and it is very helpful to me, and I know it is very helpful to other people. But I think my gifts lie more in the workshops and the meditations. And so I think until I really got myself behind those and really got the books that I've written in these workshops to a place where I feel very proud of them, I don't think my business could really move forward, because I could not put all of my energy behind just ASMR videos. It needed to be a package of things, and it really needed to be the workshop piece. Which you guys know, I really didn't start. It hasn't even been a year since I started doing these workshops. And I now have done, gosh, like 6 workshops. I can't believe that, including the retreat. I have the 3 books, and it hasn't even been a year. So yeah, it's just, I think trying to think of gratitude that way is important. So here was my little gratitude lesson that I had this week. So I've been trying every Sunday morning. Oh, thank you, Guy. I appreciate that. I do love doing the role plays. I really do. But you can probably tell by these videos that I'm the role plays are fun. They really are. They're fun. They're something I love to do. I know they give to other people, but I'm really passionate about these workshops. Partially because I get to connect with you guys, which you don't get to do as much on a role play level, and that may be why the role plays are harder for me to connect with a little bit. So, but I thank you. I'm glad you can feel the commitment to them, Guy. So my little lesson, every Sunday, my family, when the weather is nice, we go to a state park. Usually we try not, within a 2-hour driving radius, usually an hour or less, but if we have the whole day, sometimes we'll drive farther because we like to go out into the mountains, and they are a bit of a longer drive. Thank you, Tom. But we went this past weekend to a state park, and we always kind of try to find something for my son to do because we're bringing a 4-year-old with us. And my 4-year-old is a very active 4-year-old, but he doesn't like to be told what to do. So, and I think this is true of a lot of 4-year-olds. He can play on a playground for 4 hours until he passes out. But the idea of being forced to go on a walk or a hike with his parents in the woods, and we are doing the easiest trails. We are not working this boy hard. And this is a boy, again, who can play for 4 hours on a playground nonstop. So he has the energy. But he whines and whines and whines. And we always have to like bargain with him. Like, we will go to the playground that's over there after the walk if you don't whine. He inevitably whines, and we inevitably generally let him go to the playground anyway because we let him redeem himself somehow. But we went, and he's whining and whining and whining. We're having to do the, oh, don't whine. Oh, don't whine. Or we won't go to the playground. And there was a labyrinth in this state park. So I've been trying to kind of take these little journeys. You know, I take these meditation journeys all the time, and I try and find, like, what's the lesson in this meditation? And I thought, well, what's the lesson in these little physical journeys that I take? Because there probably is one. And so there was a labyrinth, and my husband and my son went back to the car to change, and it was a little labyrinth, and I walked the labyrinth, and the lesson that sort of my guides gave to me when I'm walking this labyrinth is that when I am constantly focusing on, I want my business to grow bigger, I want my business to grow bigger, I want my business, I sound like my son on a walk. I'm not seeing the beautiful life all around me. And this is not all the time, because I talk about gratitude with you guys a lot. So I am grateful quite a lot of the time. But there are times when I fall into, why is this taking so long? I've been working at this for almost 3 years now. And as much as I have had a lot of things grow, it is definitely not at the point where I can leave my job by any means and support myself. And it's really easy to get focused on that and not focused on the gains that I have had, the building of this tribe, which is much more important to me than money any day. The milestones that I've had on my channel, the books that I've written, all of these things, these are huge milestones. They're wonderful. They're fabulous. So the fact that I just focus on, I don't have enough income to leave my job, it's very narrow-minded. And again, I don't feel that way most of the time, but every once in a while I do. I sound like a 4-year-old walking through a beautiful forest. I have a nice life. I have a family that I love. I have a lot of things that a lot of people would be very, very happy to have. I have a job where I work from home. As much as my job can drive me crazy, I work from home. I work from home, and I'm able to watch my child, and that's huge, huge, huge. When I look at the big picture of things, I have so much to be grateful for, and I am grateful for them a lot of the time, but I have to step back and look at the big picture. a lot, because I do get focused on my feet hurt and how much longer, and I want a piece of bread, and I sound like a 4-year-old. Like I focus on all these little things that are not that important. So that may not be your experience with gratitude at all. I have done a gratitude journal. A gratitude journal helps. I have found for me, and I will be honest, that a regular gratitude journal that I keep all the time, it loses its impact for me after a while. So I tend to do gratitude journals like, oh, this time of year I'm going to do, like maybe twice a year, I'll do a gratitude journal from like new moon to new moon. So yesterday was the new moon. This would be a great time to start. We still have new moon energy. If you wanted to do a month. And I, right before bed, sit down, instead of like writing that to-do list, I write that what I'm grateful for list. And it gets longer and longer and longer and longer, because you can be grateful for, I got to cook dinner for my family tonight. Now that may seem like a burden, but how lucky am I that I have the time? I've worked at jobs where I didn't have time to make dinner. I was so hungry at the end of the day by the time I left work, that I would eat in front of the TV and pass out. I think many of us have had jobs like that. I have the luxury of cooking dinner for my family. I have the luxury of doing yoga in the morning because I don't have to get up and rush out the door to go to work. And my son gets me up at 5:30 in the morning half the time, although he has been sleeping till 6 lately. So I am grateful for my son sleeping till 6 instead of 5:30, things like that. So it is a nice practice. It's at least a nice practice for a little bit. And then again, you can go back and look at it when you're having those bad days, but twice a year seems to work really well for me. Find what works for you. I did it more in the beginning when I first started my gratitude journal. I did it for about 3 months, and then I found that just kind of little booster shots was all I needed. So I'm going to read comments quick, and then I'm going to do a meditation before it's, oh my gosh, I have not shut up. Okay, let me just read comments quick. I'm glad you guys like them. Yeah, no, I'll never stop doing the role plays. I love them. All right, let us get into meditation mode. Let's burn some Palo Santo. And I have been working lately on a really great little letting go and bringing in ritual that I'm going to share with you guys when I do the clearing. So I've been part of that ritual. I'm burning sage because I have all this dried sage in my garden. I just let my sage just stay there all winter, so it just kind of dries on its own right there, and then I pick it when it starts growing in the spring again. Oh, we got a lot of good Palo Santo. Okay, nice and smoky. Lovely. Ooh, that is gonna smell. My husband's gonna be like, what are you doing up there? Although he kind of knows at this point. Don't ask. You don't want to know. All right. So I think tonight we may go right into meditation and see how that goes. I'm going to quickly check because I've got a comment up here. Nope. Okay. Sometimes people can't comment in the feed, so I just want to check with you guys. Oh, I'm sure I get up before you, Tom. Especially if you're up now. My gosh. All right. So let's just get comfortable. Close your eyes. I want you to start off by just picturing all the people that are here with us. Many of us know each other from Facebook, and we have seen pictures, and I want you to see the energies circling across the globe to one another. So now that we have V, we're going to the UK and then down to Australia and back across up into Canada, all over. We'll have lots more people that watch this too. But I just want to connect us all because we are a tribe. We are the strongest tribe that I know. We are closer in many ways than a lot of the people that I know here in my town, because we've found a common purpose together, something we all love, so we can connect on that level, which is very nice. And I want you to just let your body relax. Feel the energies touching your skin, making you feel heavy and warm and relaxed and calm. Feel almost like there's a ring around your body that goes down on either side, bringing this relaxation down all the way through your body. I hope that made sense. And now I want you to start to see yourself walking through a wood, but ahead you know there's a clearing with a small village. And soon you are on the path leading into the village. And the houses begin to get closer together. And they are old-fashioned looking cottages. And as you reach sort of the center of this village, you see up ahead a young girl sitting on the stoop of one of the cottages. And she waves, beckoning to you. You walk towards her. And she says that she saw you on the path and she put the kettle on for tea to allow you to rest a bit on your journey. Thank her and follow her in to the house, back to the kitchen. She's probably in her late teens. And you follow her back, and she shows you to a chair in the kitchen, on a little table, where she's set out 2 cups and saucers. And she takes down a tin of tea and opens the tin, placing a pinch full of tea leaves into each of the small teacups on the table. The kettle soon begins to boil and whistle a little bit. She turns off the kettle and pours water into each of the teacups and places the kettle back on the stove. She asks if you would like to see the garden while you wait for the tea to cool, and you agree. And you walk out into this early spring garden where there are lots of shoots just coming out of the earth. It's not a large area, but there is a lot that has been planted. And there are even some greens that are already large and ready to be picked. You walk over to some of the greens and you ask her what they are, as they seem ready be harvested. She tells you that they are gratitude that she planted early, as it is hardy in the cold. Walk around the garden and you can ask her about other plants and what they may be, what she is planning on harvesting this summer in her garden. You may even ask for a seedling if something calls to you. Ask her any questions that you have about the garden. And soon she says that the tea is probably cooled, and you follow her back inside to the kitchen. The two of you sit and silently drink your tea, enjoying each other's company. You don't feel anything needs to be said. It feels calm. You enjoy being with her as she is so serene. And you enjoy being in the cottage, which also brings you peace. And soon you have finished this small cup of tea. And she takes the cup from you with a little bit left in the bottom and asks if you would like her to read your tea leaves. If you agree, she can look into your cup and tell you what she sees and what it means. You may ask her any questions about what she sees. Thank her for this reading and ask if there's anything that you can give to her. And if you can, give this to her happily. And now it is time for you to return to your journey after this nice little break. And she walks you to the door. Thank her again as you continue down the path. And as you leave the village, you start to hear the sounds around your physical body. Feel where you are sitting. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, open your eyes. Now, if you have anything to eat or drink, you may. And I have, Katie will know what this is, even though she cannot comment, is Katie has become a julep box addict, from what I can tell, and I think it's my fault. And last month, they sent saltwater taffy, and I actually thought it was gum, so I was not very excited about it, but the role play I just did included, one of the reasons I like julep is it motivates me to do makeup and nail videos. I usually get their makeup more than their nail polish because I can't paint my nails because I'm a massage therapist. But I'm going to have saltwater taffy to ground me. Sorry. For those of you who do not like the chewing sound, I apologize. It's really good though. So we'll just circle the energy amongst all of us again. It is kind of amazing how connected I often feel to all of you. And with that, I'm going to start doing readings. Lenormand. I'm loving this deck. So I did find a tea leaf, a circular tea leaf deck, which I did not allow myself to buy. I'm trying to prevent myself from buying any more cards unless I feel like I need something specifically for a workshop. And I think I have enough decks for this work. I'm on hiatus, but I've been looking at a lot lately, and I want a bunch. That I think would help me learn some astrology. I'm also deviant moon. Pretty comfortable. I have two. I think that's all I need. I like the oracle cards for sort of a different view. All right, Katie, I know you cannot comment, but I am going to. Dustin, I see you on there. Interesting. I salted your tea. What does salt mean? B? That's weird. Tell me why you think that's encouraging, B. Dustin, let me know if you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm cutting in and out. I hope I'm not for everybody. Dustin, let me know if you would like a reading. I'm going to start doing readings for people, 1-card readings. And I have a feeling these are going to be related to gratitude. So either something that you need to be grateful for or something that is coming. To my feeling. So Katie has 2 and she has 4-leaf clover. What a good Katie. Really do. I am the nice surprise and the happy size. That is my wish for you, Katie. You need some happy size, I think. So, okay, let me keep reading. What you guys? Oh, good mommy knowing you needed a brownie to ground you. Okay, I hope it's okay. Did it do that during the meditation? I hope. The meditation. the maiden. So this was a very spring, this was a very rating. So we'll see what else we get. V. V has 1, which I pulled the other day. V, you know what this means, but I'll read you what the writer means for, well, you have this deck too, but I'll read it to you anyway. I am always bringing news. Look around me to see what it includes. I might be coming to visit or bringing you some changes. I think that's probably pretty accurate, V. I am fast and always on the move. If you see a negative card close by, which we don't, you will probably not enjoy the reply, so you will. I hope that is a very good card for today, V. That's what I'm hoping. I disappeared? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear. I don't know why that's... Am I still? Darn, darn, darn. I am going to close Facebook, but honestly, I really just don't have very much open, so I don't know what... I don't know what else. Oh, it looks like I've totally disappeared. Have I? Oh no! Okay. Well, I'm sorry if I go in and out. It's not crashing here on my end, so I can't tell if I'm out. Can you hear me when you can't see me? Let me know. And let me know if I do a reading for you and you ended up not being able to hear it or not being able to see the card. I can always send you pictures of the cards. No, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. If it crashes, I knew, you know, there's sometimes I can log back in, but it's not crashing on my side. Oh, I'm so glad that's been your card for a week. That's awesome. Okay, so Mindy. Oh, beautiful. That is Mindy's card. I don't know this card too well. I've pulled it a couple of times. There's still cards in here that I've never pulled, which is kind of fun. So these are obviously lilies. Calm, peace, and serenity is what I preach. Your parents and elders show up under my symbol. I bring wisdom and experience. I signify a long-term relationship or ancestry. Contentment and satisfaction is my angle. I hope that is true for you, Mindy. That's a lovely gratitude card. All right, Tom, you are next on my list. Good. Sorry I disappeared. Glad you told me. I would have had no idea. Let me know, were you able to hear me, even though you couldn't see me? Okay, Tom, I am choosing one for you. Oh, Tom has the swans. So let me read you that, Tom. Oh, it's not the swans. It's heart. The form of happiness and love is simply drawn in my shape. I am your feelings and emotions. I am your passions and devotions. Just make sure no bad cards are around. Now they're not. There's no bad cards. So the heart is always a card signifying beneficial emotions in the Lenormand. So it's not just romance. This is also your passions. So that's a good one for today too. All right, Kate, you are next on my list. Good, I'm glad it's a good, nice card for you. Mindy. Okay. Kate, what do we have for you? Kate has the sun. I pulled the sun yesterday. Let me read you what it says in here. I am success, hear me roar. I control your ego and charisma. I boost your confidence and courage. I bring victory and glory, but be careful not to get too cocky. I don't think Kate has to worry about that. Or you will be burned by arrogance like Icarus. I don't think that warning is needed for Miss Kate. All right, Amber, here's my next card. Oh, nice. Amber has birds. Aren't these cards beautiful? I love them. Love them. Okay. So birds. I pulled this one the other day too. A phone call, a text, or a date. That's how I communicate. I am in meetings or interviews, and I like to negotiate. I can be your sibling, lover, or mate. Couples is what I indicate. So, I'm just going to read you a little bit more. This card may be symbolic of a jabber, gossip, or the passing of information of a positive kind, as ever dependent on the cards in which the company is found. So this also, for me, I think this is also Facebook and Twitter and all kinds of communication. So hopefully, Amber, if you've not had some sort of positive communication recently, then hopefully you have one coming. Robin. Whew. It's hot in here again. I left the door open today because it was way too hot. I am sorry, I'm going to read through here. Okay, good. I hope it was. Oh, you missed Katie's reading. Okay. I think I can remember Katie's reading because, yeah. So let me do Robin's reading and then I will tell you what Katie's reading was again because it was Katie. Actually, here, let me just tell you Katie's and I'll find the card so you can see it, Katie. Katie had clover. So this was, I bring you luck and happiness. I make things better. And as long as there isn't a negative card after me, which there isn't, I will turn difficulties to opportunities. I am the nice surprise and the happy size. And I just said how much I hope that is true for Katie because Katie needs some happy size, I think. All right, so this is for Robin and I will, I've never seen this one before. So this is, I mean, I've seen it, but I've never pulled it. It's got that little Kabbalah. I don't know if you can see the Kabbalah in there, but there's the tree. All right, so 5, tree. I am here to stay and grow. I am the health of your body, mind, and soul. Look for the cards next to me. We don't have cards next to me. Okay. A sign of health and longevity, and the imperative to put down one's roots to ensure a secure future. The card's presence could indicate a health condition that is inherited. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, Robin, but it probably does. Okay, let me see if I can find Clover to show it to Katie. That's a nice card for Katie, though. Where is that Clover? Because it's a pretty card, too. Yeah, I pulled it the other day, too. So there is Katie's card. I'm sorry that was all you guys missed. And I'm glad you guys told me, because Katie, I don't think, can comment because she's on her phone, so she wouldn't have been able to tell me. And I'm glad I remembered what card she got. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. You guys are funny. Yeah, that's what I am hoping for Katie. V, if you have any more insight for Robin on the tree, let her know. Okay, this is for Brittany. She has the ring. Yeah, V would be the person to ask if you guys have more questions. She knows these much more than I do. So this is for Brittany. A precious item is what I am, to bind in marriage and commitment. I bring harmony in unions as long as negative cards are afar. I am the contract and the promise in partnerships and ventures. I am the symbol for completion and the form of eternal devotion. So this is some sort of partnership. It's also a ruby ring. So in crystal lore, it is guarantee of economic stability. So it's not necessarily a relationship, though it could be, but it can just some sort of partnership. So if that hasn't come about, which I don't know if it has, Brittany, then hopefully it is coming. I'm going to pull for Sophie. I assume Sophie is sleeping, but she'll probably catch up on this. Okay. Is this the card with the pentacles? I don't think so. This is the gilded Lenormand. You may be thinking of, are you thinking of my Hermetic Tarot? That's got all kinds of pentacles in it. I don't know. I don't think this one has a pentacle in it. It might be. Does it have a pentacle in it? Okay. Sophie also has lilies. So let me find lilies again and just give you a little bit more on lilies. Oh, here we go. The lily, from a pagan view, which is good for Sophie, is symbolic of sexuality and passion. How appropriate. But also of purity. It can also symbolize motherhood. As a result, these calm-looking flowers with their glass-engraved background reflect a range of interpretations. They are both growing and yet eternally captured in smooth glass without any of their essence. Shows the two sides of this card. Okay, so this can be your passions. All right, I'm going to pull a card for Kimberly. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad V is here. I picked a good day to use the Lenormand. I had decided earlier, but I didn't know I would have V for backup. Yeah, the pentacle, there's lots of pentacles in the Hermetic. It's probably that one. Kimberly has this dude. Hunky dude. Now this is man. I could be you, the reader, which it is not, or the male subject of your reading, or the male partner of the significator. Let me read more of this. An elegant-looking man sits upon a chair holding a red rose. He appears to be awaiting his companion. In the background, a window lights the scene, which is otherwise unadorned. It speaks of waiting, of patience, of quiet endurance. There is a sensitivity to the scene that communicates the nature of romance. He looks to the left of the card. So there may be a man in your future, Kimberly. Or maybe there's a man to be grateful for. That is possible too. I don't know your romantic situation, Kimberly. Sarah is not here, but I'm going to do a reading for Sarah because she has been here before. I love getting these interpretations of these. Oh, that's good. Okay. Sarah or Medusa, who is not here, also gets lilies. We got a lot of lilies, so that's good. So hopefully Medusa is being protected. And last, well, no, not last but not least, because I'm going to do one for Shannon too. Guy is next. And then I will do one for Shannon. Dustin, if you're still here, let me know if you'd like a reading. I would be happy to. Anybody else who is here and would like a reading, let me know. Oh, home. I pulled home today. Let me read home to you. And I like that in this deck, it's like a fairy home. Or it's house, I guess. I am your family and your base, your ground and your home. I give you, I pull family cards for Guy all the time. I give you stability and comfort. I am your living arrangement and environment. I am what surrounds you and your estate. The cards around me will give you signs on my present state or what the future will dictate. That is for Guy and Shannon. Shannon, you're going to be my last reading unless there's somebody else who jumps in who would like a reading. Okay. Shannon. Oh, Shannon has a letter. I pulled the letter a few times. And I pull book constantly. It's like my card. I am a document. I am a message. I am information. I am a package. Sometimes I can be an invoice, a certificate, or a test result. You can find me as your mail, a newsletter, or an award. Look around me to find out more of what I'm leaning toward. That's if we were doing multiple card readings. So that is for Shannon. Well, I see, Kimberly, I hope that means there is a lovely man in your future. I'm sure there's like a pentacle deck. That's the one thing I've learned. My metaphysical shop here has mostly tarot. They have very few oracle cards. I like to buy local when I can, and I like to support the metaphysical shop that's local, but they just don't have a lot of oracle cards, and I like oracle cards. But I have found, like, if you Google stuff, there is an oracle card of everything. So I'm sure if you Google Pentacle oracle cards, I'm sure there's a Pentacle oracle deck. Allah is Robin. So, Robin. Any school thing? Are you finishing up school? Yeah, that's what it would make me think of, Robin, with you, is some sort of school-related ending. I don't know if that would apply. V. Oh, this was fun. I am so glad I picked today to do the Lenormand. That worked really well, having V here to be able to respond to that. So with that, I am probably going to wrap up soon. Interesting, Robin. Robin, you you are going somewhere, aren't you? If I remember correctly. I think you said you were. I could be wrong. I don't think so. So, okay, there you go. See if we dig enough, we'll find what it is. All right, well, I'm going to probably call it a night. And I'm sorry I've had to move these around so much. I am... Oh, you guys are going to have to hook up on Facebook and talk that out. Thank you, Guy. I am glad you were here. So I am singing with this group, and it's, you know, trying to find, because it's a relatively new group, and we're getting together, figuring out everybody's schedule, and we have a couple actual professional musicians in the group. So they gig a lot, so trying to find the time when we can all meet, it's very hard. And I try and keep it off of Tuesdays, but sometimes it doesn't work. We're going to try and keep it on Mondays regularly, so I should be able to do Tuesdays going forward, but I'll let you know if that changes. Things tend to change in my life, so we will see. And I hope you guys are enjoying this new moon energy and thinking about what you want to accomplish this month. I really like using the moons for that, for goal setting. So next week we will have another probably divination based meditation. So we'll see what comes up, because I'm thinking we still got runes, we still got palms. If you guys have any other kind of divination that you would like to have in there, let me know, and I'll see if it pops up in a meditation. Thank you. I look forward to these every week too. Again, I am a bit of a recluse, so it is nice to be able to connect with you guys at least once a week. And I think that's it. Stay cool. It's been blistering hot here lately, and if not for you guys, then I hope you're enjoying your summer and summer solstice this weekend. So enjoy your solstice. It's a good time to be grateful too, actually. Summer solstice is all about gratitude. So I'm just going to read these following. Yeah, this was perfect. All right, big hug to everybody. Good night. And V and Tom, I may be contacting you for that help. I know you're busy, V. That's why I'm not bugging you. All right. Good night, guys, and keep us updated, V.